The world is currently full of older males who never actually grew up. They react to criticism like children. They avoid responsibility like teenagers. They chase cheap dopamine because they have no vision for the future. In 2026, the gap between the average person and the elite man is widening. If you want to cross that gap, you do not need a gym membership alone. You need a psychological overhaul. Today, we are discussing the 5 habits that represent the ultimate shortcut from being a boy to becoming a man. So pick one of these. Work on it, master it! Then move on to the next one. Taking one per week could make you unrecognizable in a mere 5 weeks' time. Habit 1. The death of the victim identity. A boy looks for someone to blame. He blames his parents, his boss, the economy, or his luck. This is a comfort mechanism, because if it is not your fault, you do not have to fix it. A man understands the extreme responsibility shortcut. Even if a situation is not your fault, it is your responsibility. When you stop being a victim, you suddenly gain power over your environment. The moment you take ownership of your failures is the moment you gain the authority to create your successes. Habit 2. The delay of gratification. The boy brain is wired for now. It wants the snack, the video game, and the distraction immediately. This is why most people are broke and distracted in 2026. The shortcut to maturity is learning to love the delay. A man works for a version of himself that does not exist yet. He invests today so he can harvest in 10 years. When you can ignore a short-term impulse in favor of a long-term goal, you have officially left childhood behind. Habit 3. Emotional regulation under pressure. A boy is a slave to his moods. If he feels tired, he quits. If he feels angry, he shouts. He is predictable because his emotions pull his strings. A man creates a gap between what he feels and what he does. This is the clear-thinking shortcut we discussed recently. You can feel the anger or the fear, but you do not let it drive the car. Discipline is the ability to do what you said you would do, long after the mood you set it in has left you. Habit 4. The protection of the weak. A boy uses his strength, whether it is physical, financial, or social, to ego trip or to put others down. He wants to be the loudest person in the room to hide his own insecurity. A man uses his strength to provide a shield of safety for those around him. He is the person his family, his team, and his friends turn to when things go wrong. True masculinity is not about dominance. It is about utility. Being useful is the ultimate shortcut to being respected. Habit 5. Keeping your word to yourself. This is the most important habit on the list. Most people are liars to themselves. They set an alarm and hit snooze. They promise to start a diet and eat junk food by noon. If you do not trust yourself, you can never lead others. The shortcut to confidence is integrity of self. When you make a promise to yourself, you treat it as a law. This builds an internal core of steel that no one can take away from you.